Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to this broadcast as your Newark Pilots take on the Utica Blue Sox. On NewarkPilots.tv, I am Tim Watson, and thank you for tuning in. Coming into this doubleheader, your Pilots sit at 10-19, currently in last place in the Western Division, and the Utica Blue Sox, sitting at 18-11, are in second place. Newark comes in on a one-game losing streak, trying to take down the red-hot Blue Sox, winners of 4 straight. On the mound for this first game for your Pilots is number 28, Ryan Mueller. Mueller will look to cool down a red-hot Blue Sox lineup. The lineup is slugging currently 1 through 9. Everybody is crushing baseballs. Your Pilots will face Dalton O'Boyle today. First pitch is currently about 10 minutes away, so we'll bring you back as we await first pitch. Thank you for tuning in. Welcome back, everyone, here on this broadcast of the doubleheader as your Newark Pilots take on the Utica Blue Sox. We are in a little bit of a delay here as the umpires have not reported to the field yet, so that gives me a little bit of time to introduce you to the Newark Pilots starting lineup. Leading off will be Jamie Rabel playing second base. Hitting second will be David Bermudez playing third. Batting third will be Over Torres in right field. In the cleanup, it'll be Logan Stir playing first. Batting fifth is Dylan Duplachon at short. The DH tonight hitting sixth is Sean Hillis. Following him, batting seventh will be the catcher, Tate Ballestero. In the eighth spot, it'll be Mike Gorman in center field. Hitting ninth is Ryan Lee in left field. And then on the mound for your Pilots once again is Ryan Mueller, and we'll be back once the umpires have reported to the field and first pitch is ready to be thrown. Thank you for tuning in. Welcome back to this broadcast on NewarkPilots.tv. Just a little update. The umpires are here. The starting lineups are being announced by our announcer, Kyle French. And we'll be back for first pitch. Thank you for tuning in. Good evening and welcome back to this broadcast on NewarkPilots.tv. I am Tim Watson here for game one of the two-game set of this doubleheader. And on the mound for your pilots in game one is the quick-working Ryan Mueller. On the year, Mueller has accumulated a 2-1 record with a 1.58 ERA. He has pitched in 6 games. 4 of those he has seen starts. He also has 2 saves on the year. He's pitched 22.2 innings with 19 strikeouts, 6 walks, and 21 hits allowed. So Mueller, the starter closer, will get the start today. And leading off for the Blue Sox is number 2, Tyler Simon. So Simon steps out, grips the bat. He'll step back in. Mueller is ready to deliver the first pitch. It will be a strike here at 5:59 p.m., so about 44 minutes late. more than 44, 54 minutes late. That pitch swung on, hit over Duplashon's head into the gap. It'll be a leadoff single. Simon will go to second. Rabel's tag will be late. It will be a leadoff double. So after the leadoff double, that's going to bring up Robbie Young, the DH. Steps in from the left side of the batter's box, hitting a 376 on the year with 17 RBIs and 3 home runs. First pitch to him will miss. It'll be 1-0. Mueller looks in. Ballestero gives him the pitch he was looking for. The 1-0 will be swung on, hit hard. Stir will glove it. He'll go to first, and there will be 1 out here in the top of the first. So with 1 out and a runner on third, that's going to bring up Luis De Leon. So De Leon bats a 333 on the year. He is 18 for 54. He has 1 triple and 3 home runs, so some power out of the Utica lineup. First pitch to him from Mueller will be a strike as he gets the ball and heads right back out to the mound. The 0-1 will be a strike, 0-2. Mueller's 0-2 will be high and in, 1-2 now. The 1-2 swung on, took some backspin, fouled off, so it'll be 1-2 again. So Mueller's 1-2 here will be swung on, fouled off Bermudez's way. He'll glove it in front of the third base coach, so it'll be a 1-2 again. That pitch swung on, out of play. So 1-2 here again to De Leon. That pitch swung on, hit in the gap of Rabel and Stir, so it'll be a 1-out RBI single, and the Blue Sox have taken the lead. Number 6, Josh Hatcher. So a 1-out RBI single will bring up the right fielder, Josh Hatcher. That pitch swung on up the middle again, another single. So back-to-back singles have put runners on second and first, and have brought up Brenton Phillips, the center fielder. Phillips on the year is hitting a 258. He's 17 for 66 with 1 home run, 10 RBIs, 11 walks, and has struck out 17 times. Pitch there from Mueller will miss, 1-0. Talked to Mueller a little bit during the delay. Released his frustration, telling me how bad it is for a delay when you're expecting a start. It messes up everything for you. He's behind 2-0 now. The 2-0 swung on, popped up. Torres will run in. He will make the play, and there will be 2 outs now. That's going to bring up Dewey Roden, the first baseman. Roden steps in from the left side of the batter's box, so another lefty sent out there by this Utica lineup. Roden stands in at 6'5", 225 pounds. He's one inning pitched on the year as well, where he struck out the side. So the first pitch from Mueller will miss, 1-0. The 1-0 will be a strike on the outside corner, 1-1. The 1-1 from Mueller will be called a ball, 2-1. The 2-1 from Mueller will be a strike, 2-2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runners on second and first now with one already in. The 2-2 bounces, blocked by Ballestero. So it'll be 3-2. So a 3-2 now to the Utica first baseman. It will be swung on, hit over Mueller's head, and his Duplashawn. He will glove it, hesitate, still throw him out. Inning over. Utica strands 2 runners, and we head to the bottom of the first. Not before the Blue Sox take the lead, and your Pilots will look to answer back. And due up for your Pilots is Rabel, Bermudez, and Torres. Good evening and welcome back to this broadcast here in the bottom half of the first inning. And the starter that your Pilots will face today is Dalton O'Boyle, a 6'3", 212-pound sophomore from Davenport College. Has a 3-1 record on the year with a 4.15 ERA. He's pitched in 5 games. He's started all of those. Thrown 26 innings, has 33 strikeouts with 13 walks on 20 hits. And leading off for your Pilots is the second baseman, Jamie Rabel. The first pitch to Rabel will be a strike, 0-1, on a pitch he thought was low. Pitch cut on and missed, 0-2. So Rabel on the year hitting a .250 as he is 11 for 44 in 20 games played. The 0-2 will miss. It'll be 1-2. The 1-2 swung on, fouled off. So another 1-2 here. That pitch swung on and missed for out number 1 here in the bottom half of the first. That's going to bring up the third baseman, number 8, David Bermudez. Bermudez steps into today hitting a .283, so a blazing hot average he has seen collapse a little bit. Baseball is about streaks and slumps, and right now he is in a slump after a nice streak to start the year. First pitch to him will be a strike, 0-1. Bermudez comes from East Brunswick, New Jersey. He stands in at 5'8", 185 pounds. That pitch swung on, hit deep foul. The left fielder will run over. He will make the play. And there are 2 down here in the bottom half of the first. The right fielder from North Haven, Connecticut, number 6, Torres. So with 2 outs, that'll bring up the right fielder from North Haven, Connecticut, Over Torres. Torres is 35 for 95 on the year, good enough for a .368 average. He has 1 home run and 26 RBIs. First pitch to him will miss, 1-0. That pitch is swung on and fouled off. It'll be 1-1. The 1-1 to Torres will be swung on. Bloop to the pitcher. The pitcher will run over. Torres will be safe. And we'll see how they rule it. They'll give him a hit there. So they're going to say he would have beat the throw anyway, so it'll be a hit. So your Pilots do have their first hit here in the bottom half of the first. And that's going to bring up the first baseman, number 18, Logan Sturr. Sturr has been on a streak as of late, seeing the average creep up to a .288. First pitch to him will be a ball, 1-0. He is 17 for 59. He has 1 double, 1 home run, and 12 RBIs on the year. That pitch swung on, hit hard over the first baseman's head, called a fair ball. Torres will run around second. He'll be sent home, and Sturr will be sent to third on a stand-up 2-out triple, and we have a tie ball game. So Sturr on a streak as of late. A little seemed like he's playing with a chip on his shoulder after not making the All-Star game, after not making the All-Star team, and it's resulted in him going on a insane streak right now. And that's going to bring up Dylan Duplashaw, number 7. He'll be playing shortstop today, usually the third baseman. He'll be starting in that All-Star game at third base. First pitch to him will be low, 1-0. The 1-0 will miss. 2 balls, no strikes now. Duplashaw hitting a .305 on the year with 11 stolen bags. He has 6 RBIs. A good opportunity to add on here in a 2-0 count with 2 outs. And Sturr standing 90 feet away. The 2-0 will be a strike, 2-1. The 2-1 is out of the zone. 3-1. The 3-1 is cut on and missed. 3-2 now. So 3 balls, 2 strikes with 2 outs. Stir standing 90 feet away from scoring. Dupleshan has worked a full count. O'Boyle will step off now after him and Hemming could not get on the same page. The 3-2 to Dupleshan will be a ball, and he walked him. So a 2-out walk will put runners on the corners and bring up the DH, Sean Hillis. Hillis has been hitting well as of late. He's seen the average climb to a 250. He has 2 home runs and 12 RBI on the year. He is 10 for 40. First pitch to him will be a strike, 0-1. The 0-1 will be a breaking ball called strike 2. Hillis has dug himself into a hole as he is down 0-2. So O'Boyle will look in. The 0-2 will miss. It'll be 1-2. So Dupleshan will steal second without a throw, and Hillis has worked back to a 2-2 count now. The 2-2 to Hillis will be inside. 3-2. O'Boyle thought it was strike 3. Hillis knew it was inside. Three balls, 2 strikes with 2 outs with runners on second and third here for Hillis as he calls time to get a practice swing. That pitch swung on, hit to the shortstop. He'll glove it. Throw to first in the dirt, scooped by the first baseman. We head to the second inning as your Pilots tie the game, a brand new ball game in a 1-1 game. Leading off for the Blue Sox here, Mueller's first challenge will be the catcher, Zach Hemming. The first pitch to Hemming will be a breaking ball. High, says the home plate ump, 1-0. The 1-0 will miss, 2-0. The 2-0 is swung on, hit by Rabel, a lead-off single for the Blue Sox here. So that's going to bring up the left fielder, Ben Montenegro, with no out and a runner on first. Mueller will look to get himself out of some early trouble. First pitch will be a strike, 0-1. The 0-1 is swung on, fouled off, out of play, 0-2. Montenegro on the year is batting a 137. Another pitch swung on, fouled off, called a balk by the home plate ump. So the runner will advance to second now. The 0-2 swung on and missed. A Mueller off-speed pitch there makes Montenegro swing through it. So there's the first out of the inning, and that's going to bring up the third baseman, Ryan Enos. First pitch to him will be a strike, 0-1. Enos on the year is hitting a 233. Goes to Oswego, so teammates with Ron Loomis. That pitch swung on, hit hard down the third baseline and foul, as a bullpen pitcher will run down there and track it down. Mueller is ahead of Enos, 0-2. That pitch swung on, hit off the end of the bat, waved around third. Is Hemming, who will score without a throw after Lee could not field the ball correctly. So the run will be in. It'll be 2-1 Utica with one out and a runner on first. So a pitch that jammed Enos results in an RBI single. That pitch is swung on. Over is Rabel. He will make the play, and there are two outs now. So with two down, that's going to bring up Robbie Young, the DH. Mueller will look to get out of this now with only allowing one run in the second inning. First pitch will miss, 1-0. The 1-0 will be a ball. Ballestero will block it. It'll be 2-0. It'll be 3-0 for Mueller now. The 3-0 will be high, walked him on 4. So the runners on second and first now with 2 outs here in the top of the second with 1 already in. That's going to bring up Louis De Leon. De Leon drove in the first run of the game on an RBI single in the top half of the last inning. First pitch to him here will be a strike. Mueller is ahead 0-1. The 0-1 is foul off the net. It'll be 0-2. The 0-2 swung on, hit Torres' way. He will run over. He will miss it. It'll be a foul ball. 0-2 once again. The 0-2 from Mueller will be missed. Ballestero will have a strong throw to third. In safely is the runner. 1-2 now. So both the runners advance on the double steal there. The 1-2 hit off of Mueller's glove. Rabel fields it, dives, cannot glove it. Another run is in. Utica leads 3-1. So 2 outs, runners are on the corners. Two are already in, and Mueller will look to stop the bleeding here. The first pitch to Josh Hatcher, the right fielder, will miss. It'll be 1-0. They're going to say he committed, so it'll be a strike. 2-1. The 2-1 is popped up. Rabel heads back. Called by Gorman in center field. And we head to the bottom of the second, not before Utica puts up 2 and near Pilots trail 3-1. Leading off for your Pilots here is the catcher, the switch hitting catcher, Tate Ballestero. First pitch to Ballestero will be a strike, 0-1. That pitch will miss. It'll be 1-1. So the 1-1 is called a strike, 1-2. Ballestero on the year, since arriving, is hitting a .417. He is 5 for 12 with a double and 2 RBIs. Pitch thought about, held off, 2-2 now. The 2-2 will be inside at the shins, 3-2 to Ballestero. The 3-2 swung on, hit hard, foul. So another 3-2 here for Ballestero. Ballestero stands in at 6'4", which is a little tall for a catcher, but he makes it work, draws a lead-off walk there. That's going to bring up the center fielder, Michael Gorman. Gorman is 8 for 57 on the year, hitting a .140. We'll look to get that up here with the leadoff runner reaching. First pitch to him is high and in, drops him to an E, 1-0. He gets ahead. The 1-0 will be swung on, hit toward the second baseman. He will go to 2. The shortstop will hold it as Gorman runs down the line. There's 1 out. So with 1 out and a runner on first, that's going to bring up the left fielder, Ryan Lee. Lee on the year is 5 for 28, hitting a .179. He has 6 walks. He struck out 9 times. He has 3 RBIs and 5 hits. First pitch to him will miss. He'll get ahead 1-0. So a throw over to first, and Gorman is back in safely. And Lee will have to wait a little bit longer for his 1-0 pitch. The 1-0, Gorman goes to second, in safely on a bad bounce. He'll steal the bag. Lee will be ahead 2-0. That pitch swung on and missed, so Lee is still ahead 2-1. The 2-1 cut on and missed once again, so Lee has seen the count even at 2-2. The 2-2 will miss. It'll be 3-2 as Gorman is dancing around there at second. The 3-2 will be high. Lee has reached on a walk, so that puts the tying run at first base. It's That's going to bring up the top of the order, and Jamie Rabel will step up after this mound visit. The first pitch to Rabel will be a strike, and he has fallen behind 0-1. So O'Boyle with a step-off move. The 0-1 to Rabel will be a ball, 1-1. The runners will advance. On a wild pitch, it'll be a 2-1. So Rabel ahead 2-1 now with the tying run standing at second base. That pitch swung on, hit into right field. One will score. Lee will be held at second. An RBI single for Rabel will put runners on the corners. And your Pilots trail by just one. So with one out and two on, that's going to bring up the third baseman today, David Bermudez. Bermudez will be a reserve at the All-Star game. Talking with him between the break after the umpires were late, he talked about how exciting it is to be an All-Star and about how he felt that cued his slump. He was so worried about the average and making the game, he forgot to go up there and just swing. First pitch to him here will be low, 1-0. So 1 ball, 1 strike with 1 out and runners on the corners now to Rabel. As he takes a look at the bat, takes a deep breath, steps back in, and awaits the 1-1 pitch. That pitch will miss. He'll be ahead 2-1. So a big hack there. The count will be at 2-2 now. The 2-2 will be low, 3-2. That pitch swung on, popped up out of play. Bermudez is ahead 3-2. So the scoreboard reads 3-2-1 currently, with runners on second and third. So the 3-2 is fouled off, and it'll be 3-2 again. The 3-2 will be high. The bases are now loaded with 1 out. And that's going to bring up number 6, the right fielder, Over Torres. So an arm warming up in the Blue Sox bullpen appears to be Casey Keller, the 5'9", 170-pound righty. But they'll stay with O'Boyle as of now, and there will be the bases loaded with 1 out. So the tying run 90 feet away, the tie-breaking run 180. First pitch will get away from the catcher, and we have a tie game here in the bottom of the second. So 3-3 now as the runners advance. So runners are on second and third with 1 out. A big healthy swing there will result in a strike. So one's across the board, 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, with runners on second and third in a 3-3 ball game. Inside, Over will lay off of it. He'll be ahead 2-1. That pitch swung on, fouled off, 2-2 now. The 3-2 is fouled off once again. Or the 2-2 is fouled off once again. So it'll be 2 balls, 2 strikes with 1 out. Pitch high laid off of by Torres. The count has now been run full. And O'Boyle has gotten himself into some trouble. The 3-2 will be swung on, fouled off. So another pitch in this long at bat, as Torres has worked himself a great count here. So he's ahead 3-2 with 1 out. The tie-breaking run 90 feet away. That pitch will miss high. It'll get away from the catcher. Rabel will come in, jump over the ball, and the Pilots lead 4-3.
Pennsylvania, number 18, Logan Sir.
So after an RBI triple in his first at-bat, Logan Stir is stepping up here for more with runners on the corners and 1 out. So a throw over to first. Torres is back in standing. First pitch to Stir is swung on and missed. He's behind 0-1. Breaking ball will be high. It'll be 1 ball, 1 strike with 1 out. The 1-1 will miss. It'll be 2-1. That pitch swung on, hit back to O'Boyle. He will throw to first. A run will score. So the Pilots lead 5-3 now with 2 outs. Torres stands on second. Stepping up to the plate is Dylan Duplashon.
From Mama, Louisiana, number 7, Dylan Dumashaw.
First pitch will be caught as it goes outside. Duplashon gets ahead 1-0. The 1-0 to Duplashon will quickly become 2-0. So 2 balls, no strikes with 2 outs. Torres standing on second here in the bottom of the second as your Pilots lead by 2. So 2's all over. That pitch will be a strike, 2-1. The 2-1 hit hard foul towards the Pilots bullpen. It'll be 2-2. The 2-2 to Duplashon will be caught as it goes behind Dupe. He'll be ahead 3-2. The 3-2 will be a ball. He has been walked with 2 outs. So second and first now. As the pitcher wonders where that one missed, he'll head back out to the mound. Looks like the coach will come over, possibly take the ball from him here. And he will. So O'Boyle's day will be over after he gives up 5 in 1.2 innings pitched. 2 more runners on base that are accounted to him. So now pitching is going to be 35, Casey Keller. Keller will inherit runners on second and first, with Sean Hillis stepping up in a 5-3 ball game here in the bottom of the second with 2 outs. And we'll be back once he's ready. So Hillis will step up to the plate now facing Keller. Runners will be on second and first with 2 outs here in the bottom of the second. Hillis will look to add on to this 4-run inning, and Keller will look to get out of the inning. First pitch will be a ball, 1-0. That pitch swung on, popped up. The third baseman will call for it. He'll find it through the sun, and we head to the third inning, but not before your Pilots take a 5-3 lead. Thank you for tuning in on NewarkPilots.tv. So Mueller working with a lead for the first time tonight. We'll see if he's calmed down any. The first batter he'll face with the stirrups is Bretton Phillips. First pitch gets away from Ballestero. It's a ball that bounces in the dirt, 1-0. That pitch swung on, hit over Bermudez's head as he jumps. It'll be a leadoff single as Phillips will retreat back to first. And that'll bring up Dewey Roden, the first baseman. Roden is 0 for 1 on the night as he grounded out to the shortstop. So Mueller will come set here, take a look over to first, throw home. It'll be a strike as Roden nods his head yes, as he knew it was there. So he extends the Victus bat, then brings it back and awaits the 0-1 for Mueller, and it will be swung on, hit hard into the gap. It will be fielded by Gorman. It will be a double. So Mueller, a little bit of trouble here as the tying run has reached second base with no outs. That's going to bring up the catcher, number 14, Zach Hemming. Hemming is 1 for 1 on the night with a single, and Mueller will look to get him to go 1 for 2 here and work around allowing a run to score. It looks like Coach Schleishing is heading out there to have a mound visit now with him to calm him down. And it looks like Hillis is headed down to the bullpen to warm and arm up. So a mound visit here to calm Mueller down as he allowed the first 2 runners to reach, and they are currently on second and third after the Pilots put up a 4 spot in the bottom half of the last inning. Mueller will look to get out of this without allowing anything to score. Mueller looks in First pitch swung on, hit over Dupleshan's head. It'll be in the gap. One will score. The other run will be held on a good throw in by Gorman. Runners are on the corners with no outs here in the top of the third. So warming up in the Pilots bullpen looks to be number 24, Chris Lever. So runners on the corners and no outs. That's going to bring up Ben Montenegro, the left fielder. He is 0 for 1 on the night with a strikeout swinging. First pitch to him there will miss 1-0 on a pitch Mueller thought was in there. That pitch swung on, hit deep. It'll be foul. So the 1-1 from Mueller will be swung on, hit into the gap of left and center. The run will score. Runners will be on second and first now with no outs. So a rocky start from Mueller after the delay. That's going to bring up Ryan Enos, the third baseman, with no outs and runners on second and first now. First pitch to Enos will be a strike, 0-1. The 0-1 will be a strike, 0-2. The 0-2 will be swung on, hit towards Mueller. He will bobble it, throw to first. The out will be made, and there is one down with runners on second and third. So that's going to bring up the shortstop, number 2, Tyler Simon. So back to the top of the Blue Sox order with runners on second and third in a 5-5 ball game. First pitch swung on and missed, 0-1. The 0-1 is swung on and missed, 0-2 now as Simon shakes his head in frustration. That pitch will miss, 1-2. That pitch is swung on, hit back. Lee will go back at the track, make the play, throw into Dupleshan. The run will score, and the Blue Sox lead 6-5. There are 2 outs now here in the top of the third. So with 2 outs and runners and a runner on second, that'll bring up Robbie Young, the DH. That pitch swung on, popped up. Gorman in, Rabel back. Rabel makes the play, and we head to the bottom of the third in a seesaw affair as your Pilots trail 6-5. Leading off for your Pilots, the kid from Jersey, Tate Ballestero. So Ballestero steps up here. You can't miss him, standing in at 6'4". The lengthy catcher. First pitch to him will be a strike, 0-1. Ballestero walked in his first at bat. He's behind 0-1 here. That pitch will be in the dirt. The count is even at 1-1. The 1-1 will be outside. It's 2-1. The 2-1 will miss, 3-1. That pitch will miss. Ballestero will reach on a walk, so he has reached base twice tonight with no official at bat. And that's going to bring up Michael Gorman, the center fielder today. So Gorman will step up here as the Pilots trail by 1. That 1 run is possibly on first base, and Ballestero, who takes a big lead over there off of first. First pitch to Gorman will be a ball, 1-0. So a throw over to first. Ballestero's back in safely. So Gorman awaiting the 1-0. It will come. It will be swung on, popped up, sending the shortstop back. The center fielder in. The center fielder will call for the ball. There is 1 out here in the bottom of the 3rd. That's going to bring up the left fielder, number 20, Ryan Lee. Lee, in his first at-bat, walked, and he scored the first run of the ballgame. Not the first. Torres scored the first run. He scored the 3rd run of the ballgame. So he'll wait for his first pitch on a pickoff move to first. Diving back in safely is Ballestero. Keller very worried about Ballestero over there. First pitch to Lee is swung on and missed. Keller is ahead, 0-1. Lee awaits the 0-1. It will be a pitch that is swung on and missed. Lee falls behind 0-2 with Ballestero dancing over there at first. The 0-2 is called strike 3. Lee heads back to the dugout with 2 outs. That'll bring up Jamie Rabel, who was 1 for 2 on the night with an RBI. So Rabel with 2 outs. The tying run standing on first here in the bottom of the 3rd. First pitch misses, 1-0. The Pilots are in danger of being the first 0 put up here in this ballgame, as in the first inning, each team scored 1 run. In the second inning, the Blue Sox scored 2, the Pilots scored 4, and here in the 3rd inning, the Blue Sox scored 3. That pitch swung on, hit to right. The right fielder will come over. He will glove it, and we head to the 4th inning as your Pilots trail 6-5. Welcome back here to the top of the fourth inning as Mueller is back out on the mound. Leading off for the Blue Sox is Luis De Leon. First pitch to him will miss. He'll get ahead 1-0. The 1-0 from Mueller will be a strike, 1-1. So Lavere still warming up out there in the Pilots bullpen. He is 2 for 2 on the night, looking to go 3 for 3 on a ball that is picked by Bermudez. A throw to Stir. He is now 2 for 3. So Bermudez shows off the quick hands there, delivers the ball back to Mueller. He gets a quick fist bump. Mueller heads back to the mound, and he is ready to throw to Josh Hatcher, the right fielder. Hatcher on the day is 1 for 2. His last at bat, he flew out. That pitch swung on. Torres goes back. A fly out to Torres there, and that's 2 quick outs. That's going to bring up the center fielder, number 19, Brenton Phillips. Phillips steps up to the plate with the stirrups, asks for time as he sees Mueller is working quick. First pitch to Phillips will be a strike, 0-1. On the day, Phillips is 1 for 2. His last at-bat, he singled and came around to score on that single. That pitch swung on, fouled off. Mueller is ahead 0-2 as he looks like a different man out there on the mound this inning. The 0-2 is a ball, says the home plate umpire, as Ballestero was ready to head back to the Pilots dugout along with Bermudez. So the 1-2 will be swung on, fouled off. So it'll be 1-2 here again. The 1-2, strike 3. Phillips got squeezed, he feels. Mueller walks off the mound feeling good. We head to the bottom of the fourth as your Pilots trail 6-5. He threw a 10-pitch inning there, which will help him, give him a cause to come back out there to the fifth inning, and we will see. Welcome back, and leading off for your Pilots here in the bottom of the fourth inning will be the third baseman, David Bermudez. Bermudez is 0 for 1 on the night. His last at-bat, he reached on a walk. First pitch to him here will be swung on, fouled off towards that Pilot bullpen, and it will get out of play. And there will be no balls and 1 strike to him now. The 0-1 swung on, hitting the gap of left center. It will bounce. Bermudez has a base hit there with a leadoff single. That's going to bring up the right fielder, number 6, Over Torres. Torres up here with the leadoff runner reaching on a single in Bermudez. Torres on the night is 1 for 1. He has a single and a walk. The single in the first inning he came around to score on. for the Pilots' opening run. First pitch to him here will be a ball. He'll get ahead 1-0. So a throw over to first. Back in standing is Bermudez. So another throw over. Torres will wait. One more. Bermudez is back in safely on a play where the Blue Sox thought they got him. Jerome says no. Back in is Bermudez. Bermudez dancing around at first. That pitch swung on, hit up. The right fielder will come in. The second baseman will go back. Second baseman will make the play, and there will be one out now with Bermudez standing still on first. That's going to bring up Logan Stir.
Pennsylvania, number 18, Logan Stir.
First pitch to Stir, and it will hit him. And he'll reach on a hit by pitch here. And that'll bring up the Western All-Star team starting third baseman, Dylan Duplashon. Duplashon will step up here with runners on second and first with one out. Bermudez dancing around at second, taking a very big lead out there. The first pitch to Duplashon will be inside 1-0. We are currently in the bottom of the fourth inning as your Pilots trail 6-5 with runners on second and first. Bermudez has been picked off of second now, and there are two outs. So the tying run now stands on first with two outs here in the bottom of the fourth as Bermudez's dancing gets him picked off there. So Duplashon ahead 1-0 with two outs now in the bottom of the fourth with Stir on first. Another pickoff try toward first. Back in safely is Stir. So Duplashon has not seen a pitch in a while. He'll see one here, and that pitch swung on, fouled off. A 1-1 count now. The 1-1 is, they're going to say he went. It'll be 1-2 now on a pitch. It looked like, on a swing, it looked like he held up. But the home plate ump has the best view, so he went 1-2 now to Duplashon. That pitch will be low. It'll be 2 balls, 2 strikes with 2 outs. The tying run stands on first, represented by Logan Stir. The 2-2 will be swung on, hit hard. The second baseman will pick at the ball, make the play, throw to the shortstop. Inning over. We head to the 5th inning as your Pilots trail 6-5. So as the first base coach for Utica runs down to the first base side, we are back for the 5th inning as Mueller is back out on the mound. And Dewey Roden steps up to the plate. The first pitch to him will be a strike, 0-1. The 0-1 will get away from Ballestero. It'll be 1-1. The 1-1 will be swung on, fouled off. It'll be 1-2. The 1-2 will miss, says the home plate ump. 2-2. The 2-2 swung on, hit hard. Rabel will go over, field it, throw to first. There is one out here in the 5th.
Now the catcher, number 14, Zach Hemming.
That's going to bring up the catcher, number 14, Zach Hemming, as Mueller is ready to go. Stepping into the box is Hemming, who is 2 for 2 on the night. First pitch from Mueller will be swung on, fouled off, 0-1. The 0-1 swung on, popped up. Ballestero is over. He will find it, and there are 2 outs now here in the top of the 5th.
Now number 30, Ben Montenegro.
That's going to bring up the left fielder, number 30, Ben Montenegro. So Mueller, after a rocky start, has looked to settle in here. First pitch to Montenegro will miss outside, 1-0. The 1-0 will be a strike, 1-1. The 1-1 swung on, hit back. Ballestero will get under it. He will make the play. So back-to-back innings, Mueller has retired the side. He is up to 9 in a row now. 9-pitch inning, excuse me. And it would be 9 in a row. And we head to the bottom of the 5th, and thank you for tuning in. Leading off for your Pilots here, the catcher who is DHing in this first game, number 10, Sean Hillis. Hillis is 0 for 2 on the night, so that 250 average will be sinking a little bit here. And the first pitch to him will miss, 1-0. Hillis ahead 1-0. The 1-0 will be high, 2-0. The 2-0 swung on and missed, 2-1 now to Hillis. The 2-1 swung on, popped up. The first baseman will go over into the Pilots' dugout. It will hit on the back of the dugout as he runs out of room. So it'll be 2 balls, 2 strikes now with no outs here in the bottom of the 5th. The 2-2 from Keller will come momentarily as he is taking his time out there on the mound. Hillis steps out as he awaits the 2-2, takes a deep breath, and steps back in. The 2-2 will be high. It'll be 3-2. The 3-2 will miss. Hillis will reach on a walk to start the inning.
Now met the catcher from Morristown, New Jersey, number 26, Tate Balestero.
That's going to bring up Tate Ballestero, the switch hitting catcher here. He has walked twice in this ball game. That pitch will miss. He'll be ahead 1-0. So Hillis, the tying run, is on first to start the inning. Ballestero gets ahead 1-0. The 1-0 will miss. He'll be ahead 2-0 now. So Hillis, a decent lead over there at first. Not the fastest guy on the team, but definitely not the slowest, so we could see him go. He fakes like he's going there. Ballestero gets ahead 3-0 now. And things are getting interesting here in the bottom of the 5th. The 3-0 will be called a strike, 3-1. The 3-1 will be swung on, hit hard toward his Pilots teammates in that bullpen, just about off the spike ball net that they have down there. It'll be 3-2. That pitch will be called a strike. Ballestero will be out. Hillis will get to second, and there is 1 out.
Now met the center fielder from Brooklyn, New York, number 3, Michael Gorman.
So with 1 out and the tying run now in scoring position, that'll bring up the center fielder, Michael Gorman. Gorman calls for time as Keller is taking his time on the mound. Gorman's trying to run this at bat and not let Keller go at his pace. That pitch swung on and missed by Gorman as he has decided to ditch both batting gloves at this point. He falls behind 0-1. The 0-1 is swung on and missed. It's 0-2. Gorman steps back in on the 0-2, awaits the pitch from Keller. He looks in, can't get on the same page as the catcher. Finally does. He comes set. He delivers. It will be in the dirt. Hillis will get to third on the ball, blocked by Hemming. So a 1-2 count to Gorman now with 1 out, and the tying run is 90 feet away and Sean Hillis. The 1-2 will be swung on, hit into the gap. The center fielder will come over, play it on the bounce. Gorman has tied the game for the Pilots. Looking to break out of a long summer slump he has been in. Gets an RBI single there. We have a 6-6 ball game now. That's going to bring up the left fielder, number 20, Ryan Lee. And it looks like the Blue Sox will make yet another pitching change here. So Casey Keller's day is over after he gives up the game-tying single. And that's going to be the southpaw Ray Pasella from Stony Point, New York. Attends Rockland Community College, stands in at 6'2", 170 pounds, and will be back once he is ready. So Pasella is ready. So is Ryan Lee, who will step up here with 1 out. First pitch to him will miss, 1-0. So Pasella with a very similar arm slot to Pilots pitcher Michael Solito coming from the side. So going is Gorman. He'll be in without a throw. It'll be 2 balls, no strikes with 1 out here to Lee with the tie-breaking run standing at second base. So that pitch will be a strike, 2-1 now. So a bluff throw to second. Gorman's back in standing without a throw as Lee awaits the 2-1. The 2-1 is fouled off, 2-2. So Gorman almost thrown off of second as the throw from Pasella is just a little late. The 2-2 to Lee will be a ball outside, 3-2. The 3-2 swung on and missed. There are 2 outs now, and that's going to bring up Jamie Rabel, the second baseman. Rabel steps up here with 2 outs and the tie-breaking run standing at second. So Rabel earlier in this game hit a 2-out single to drive in a run. Will look to replicate his performance here. First pitch to him will be a strike, 0-1. The 0-1 swung on, fouled off toward the Utica dugout. It'll be 0-2. The 0-2 to Rabel will be inside, 1-2 now. The 1-2 to Rabel, and a throw by Gorman where he is thrown out after Coach Quinn thought he got around it. We head to the 6th inning in a 6-6 ball game. So, welcome back here in the 6th inning as Mueller is back out there. First pitch to Enos will miss, 1-0. That pitch swung on, hit over Rabel's head, put into the gap. Torres finds it quickly. It'll be a single. And that'll bring up the shortstop, Tyler Simon. So 1 ball, no strikes with no outs. A bunt put down. Mueller will lay out, make the play. Pitchers are athletes, and there is 1 down. So an excellent play there by Mueller as the runner is not able to advance. And that'll bring up Robbie Young, the DH. Young is the only Utica Blue Sox without a hit here tonight, and Mueller will look to keep it that way after making a web gem out there on the mound to record the first out. The first pitch here will miss 1-0. The 1-0 will miss. It'll be 2 balls, no strikes with 1 out. A runner standing on first. That pitch will stay in front of Ballestero, and the runner will not advance. It'll be 3-0. The 3-0 from Mueller will be a strike, 3-1. 3 balls, 1 strike with 1 out here in the top of the 6th in a 6-6 ball game. The 3-1 swung on, fouled off. It'll be 3-2. 2 now, excuse me. The 3-2 from Mueller swung on, hit down the left field line, and it will go foul. So it'll be 3-2 here again. So Mueller ready to go as he is looking in, awaiting Young to get in the box, and he does. The 3-2 will be swung on, fouled off. So the scoreboard currently reads 3-2-1 in a 3-2 count with 1 out with the runner on first. Mueller will look to get out of this inning after a lead-off single and then an athletic play for the first out. That pitch swung on, hit past Stir. There will be runners on the corners now with 1 out. So with the tie-breaking run standing 90 feet away, it looks like manager Quinn will step out to the mound to pull Mueller and insert Chris LeVere with runners on the corners and 1 out here in the 6th inning. So a start that did not go the way Mueller had hoped or his teammates early. He really turned around later in the innings. So a pretty solid start by the end of it there for him. So we'll be back when LeVere is ready. So we are back as Chris LeVere is ready as he has inherited runners on the corners with one out here in the top of the sixth with De Leon on the mound. A ball that is hit. Stir will tag out the runner, or they'll say he misses the runner. They're going to say he misses the runner. So as it stands right now, there will be runners on second and first. They're going to call him out now. So it'll be 2 outs with a runner on second as the Pilots trail 7-6 now. So now the Utica coach will come out to argue and make his way back to the dugout almost immediately. That's going to bring up Josh Hatcher, the right fielder. So a foul ball there. So the Blue Sox base runner will have to retreat back to second. So the 0-1 from LeVere with 2 outs. He'll fake a throwback to second as no one is there for him. The 0-1 swung on, hit hard towards Dupleshawn. He will field it, throw to first. We head to the bottom of the sixth as your Pilots trail 7-6. Welcome back here to game one of this doubleheader. In the bottom of the sixth inning, leading off for your Pilots is Jamie Rabel. The first pitch to him will be a strike, 0-1. He'll ground it to the pitcher. The pitcher will throw to first, and there's a quick out, number 1 here in the bottom of the sixth.
Now then, the third baseman from East Brunswick, New Jersey, number 8, David Bermudez.
So with 1 out here in the bottom of the sixth in a 7-6 ball game that your Pilots are currently trailing, David Bermudez will step up and try to get something started. So a bunt that he pulls back called a strike, 0-1. The 0-1 from Bermudez will be up and in. It'll be ones across the board. 1 ball, 1 strike with 1 out. It'll be 1-2 now to Bermudez. That ball is chopped over to the first baseman who cannot pick it out. Bermudez will reach on what should be called an infield single there. And they will give him the single.
Now then, the right fielder from North Haven, Connecticut, number 6, Over Torres.
That's going to bring up number 6, Over Torres, as Bermudez has tried to start a 1-out rally, reaching on an infield single. First pitch to Torres will be a strike, 0-1. So the 0-1 will get to 0-2 now on Torres. The 0-2 swung on, fouled off. Torres awaiting the 0-2, and he'll swing and miss. So there are 2 outs now with Bermudez standing on first. And that's going to bring up number 18, Logan Sturr. The first pitch to Sturr will be inside, 1-0. The 1-0 swung on, hit hard toward the third baseman. He will pick it out, throw to first, inning over, and we head to the 7th and final inning of Game 1 as your Pilots trail 7-6. So LeVere is back on the mound for the 7th inning, and he'll face the center fielder Brenton Phillips here. First pitch will be a ball, 1-0. It'll be 1 ball, 1 strike with no outs now to Phillips. The 1-1 is swung on and missed. 1-2 now. The 1-2 breaking ball hit in the air towards Torres. He will find it, and there is out number 1 here in the 7th.
Now batting, the first baseman, number 28, Dewey Roden.
That's going to bring up Dewey Roden. Roden playing first base today will look to get a 1-out rally going here in the 7th. Roden is 1 for 3 on the day with a double. First pitch to him here is a strike, 0-1. That pitch swung on, hit the stir. He'll field it. Try to throw around on a ball that will get by Dupleshawn. And there are 2 outs. So with 2 outs, that'll bring up the catcher, Zach Hemming. The first pitch from LeVere will be a ball, 1-0. The 1-0 will be fouled off towards the camera, just above it. 1-1 now. The 1-1 swung on, hit foul. It'll be 1-2. The 1-2 swung on and missed. LeVere works a 1-2-3 inning. We head to the bottom of the 7th as your Pilots are down to their last 3 outs of Game 1 and trail by just 1. Leading off for your Pilots here in the bottom of the 7th from Mamoon, Louisiana, the shortstop, number 7, Dylan Dupleshawn. So as game 1 is coming to a close here, make sure you tune back in about 30 minutes after this for game 2. So the first pitch from Pasella is a strike, 0-1. So the 0-1 quickly becomes 0-2 now. The 0-2 will be a ball, 1-2. The 1-2 swung on, hit to the shortstop. He'll make an athletic play to throw out Duplachon by a half a step, and there is one down. So that's going to bring up the DH number 10, Sean Hillis.
Number 10, Sean Hillis.
Hillis is 0-1 on the night with 3 plate appearances as he has walked twice. So a swing and a miss there will result in an 0-1 count. That pitch swung on, picked out by the third baseman. A great play there, and the Pilots are down to their last out in game 1.
Now batting, the catcher from Morristown, New Jersey, number 26, Kate Ballestero.
So that's going to bring up the switch hitting catcher, number 26, Tate Ballestero. Ballestero will bat from the right side of the box now as he faces a lefty. He is 0-1 on the night with a strikeout swinging and has walked twice. That pitch will be a strike, 0-1. That pitch hit to the third baseman, thrown to first, stretched by the first baseman. They're going to say he held on. Game 1 over. The Pilots lose 7-6. In about 30 minutes, we'll be back for Game 2. Thank you for tuning in to this doubleheader broadcast of Newark Pilots Baseball. I am Tim Watson, and we'll be back.